Hi, Ron from Clarity. In this video, we're going to talk about how to handle data breaches with these 5 overlooked best practices. So the big question is, are you ready for a data breach? And if so, what do you do? Let's dive right in. Number 1, conducting a rapid triage to isolate the compromised systems. So you want to identify the affected systems quickly and then disconnect them from the network to contain the breach as quickly as possible. This prevents further unauthorized access and limits the damage. Many penalties are assessed per record that was breached. You should have a punch list of predetermined troubleshooting steps that you need to take when a breach occurs. For example, first off, start with stopping the bleeding. Then discover where it's coming from and stop it. How do you notify those that are affected this instant? Who do you involve in the mitigation? Document all the actions that you've taken, and once everything's back to normal, you can review the hhs.gov policies on the steps to report the breach. Number 2, documenting all the breach details for regulatory reporting. Maintain detailed records of the breach events, including the timelines, the affected data, and the remediation steps. This ensures compliance and transparency, and these items are taken into consideration by the OCR when they evaluate if there's any punitive penalties to be assessed or not, and as how large the penalty is. Number 3, notifying the affected parties within the HIPAA-required timelines. So HIPAA mandates notifying the individuals within 60 days of a breach and notifying the OCR, I believe, within the same calendar year, depending on the breach itself. So check hhs.gov site for those policies. Develop clear communication plans to inform the patients while maintaining trust. So not only do you need to notify those whose records were leaked, but you need to notify the OCR as per the HIPAA guidelines. Number 4, review the root causes to reinforce security controls. So you need to analyze how the breach occurred and implement targeted improvements to prevent further incidents. As part of your ongoing HIPAA strategy, and we've talked about this in previous videos, you should have a HIPAA and privacy policy officer assigned. They should be responsible for either document or delegating these security updates. In the case of a breach investigation, this information is crucial to your defense. The OCR is not punitive by default. They're more about guidance to help continuous improvements in compliance, but very punitive to those that are lax or negligent. Number 5, updating your incident response plan after each breach. Incorporate lessons learned from each incident to refine your response plan. Regular updates ensure your team is prepared for evolving threats and new changes. How did your checklist work? Was it accurate? Do we need to make adjustments for this latest incident? How did the team handle and respond? Do we need to refresh the staff with additional HIPAA training? Use each incident as an opportunity to improve your processes. So in summary, the 5 best practices for handling data breaches are: 1, conducting rapid triage to isolate compromised systems. Number 2, documenting all breach details for regulatory reporting. Number 3, notifying affected parties within HIPAA-required timelines. Number 4, reviewing root causes to reinforce security controls. Number 5, updating your incident response plan after each breach. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.